Peace, love, and light, everybody. You already know who it is. It's girl named Terry Janae. Back at it with another video. Come on into the room. Come on in, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, everybody. Come on in. Water's definitely fine. Peace, Sean. Peace, everybody. Come on into the room. Come on in. I'm gonna allow a few people to come on in. Peace, princess. Peace, beloveds. Peace, Raven. Okay, so I have a good amount of people here. All right, so oh, cricket. This is going to be about um, spiritual writing. Um, the magic between our hands. It's going to be about manifesting our reality through the art of scripting. All right. So, what is scripting? This is a term I came about a few months ago, but I didn't realize that I was already doing it. Scripting is basically writing a story. Writing a story basically as if it's already happened in your life. So you basically writing your life how you want it to be, and as if it's already done. So, for example, I am so happy and so grateful now that I have a new husband. We live in a beautiful actually 3 bedroom home with two bathrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and it's so big, it's so amazing, and so beautiful. We have a beautiful backyard. It has green grass with a picket fence, and it's brown. And I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have this in my possession. I have this right now, and I'm living it. I'm so happy and so blessed. And we have a dog named Toby. Boom. And you write this down literally as if it's already happening. And as you continue to read it to yourself, you continue to read it every day and every night, and you just start thanking the universe for it, and you just continuously, just keep writing, it's bound to manifest. So this is a powerful manifestation tool that I feel like everybody should know about. It's all about journaling and jotting down what you desire and want, and basically telling it to the universe. And that's basically what scripting is. You're basically becoming the author of your reality. You're becoming the author of your life. And I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I didn't even know I was doing this when I was a child. I used to, I wrote a lot when I was a child. I wrote a whole lot of stories. Stories that I made with a few other people online. And these stories came to life within my life. So these stories were it was so amazing how these stories and the characters in the stories that I would write came in the form of people in my life, and they had the same characteristics. They had like some kind of similarity in some type of way, shape, or form. So I was able to pinpoint out which character was which that I wrote about when I was so young to what was happening in the present day moment. So now it's time to rewrite a new story, and that's the message I've been getting. I literally just did a life purpose reading on myself, and I'm gonna just briefly show you the cards that I got. So this is the card that fell, right? It says writing. And this is the card that was on the bottom of the deck. Author. So these 2 cards was a part of my own life purpose reading. Author and writing. And ever since I saw that, I just started getting like divine guidance to start writing. Just to start typing up again. The time is now, and actually, I got divine guidance to do a video about speaking on scripting and manifesting through writing, because this is a powerful tool that's been helping me for manifest everything that I've come across, and so can you. We have to remember that we are the co-creators of our reality. We co-create with the universe, and we have the creator within us. You know what I'm saying? We are creators. So I was just reminding with that, and also somebody has a story to tell. Somebody has a story to tell within a book, and I know I do. And I was procrastinating on it for a while, but tonight I finally started to type up something, at least something, and I found myself crying doing it because I was getting over a blockage or a fear of not being good enough or not remembering how to write or anything like that. But as you can see in both of these cards, 1 and 2, there's an angel watching over this writer and the author. They're angels watching over me as I'm writing it. Guides actually watching over me as I'm writing and helping me write it. As you can see, this is they're helping them. So my spiritual experience that I just experienced just a while ago, while I was writing and typing, is that I'm seeing in my peripheral vision inside the mirror, because there's a big mirror in front of me. And as I'm typing, I'm feeling a presence, of course. And I know that, and I'm seeing these 2 cards right here, and I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, there's definitely a guide or an angel behind me, helping me with this piece, because I'm using very, very intellectual words as I'm writing. And it startled me when I this is a confirmation. It startled me when I looked up, because I started to see a figure that I was like, it was just with like I was the figure, but also taking a form. Like it was basically a guy behind me, but also working through me. And I'm just like, who are you? Like, what is this? Who are you? And that's exactly what I had asked. And as soon as I asked that, I took a moment, all I saw was this image of a beak and some kind of like it was basically Thoth, like literally Thoth. And I was just like, Tahuti, the god of writing. Like, and I'm just like, I honestly like just yelped out, oh my god, because after I saw that, I got confirmation that I was being guided by this deity, and I'm just like, whoa, like this is really happening. This is really happening. And as much as my mind tried to go, say no, that can't be right, or oh, my imagination is trying to get the best of me, I had to believe in myself, and I kept hearing like, you're right. This is actually Tahuti. And I'm just like, I'm so like honored, like I'm so blessed, like yes, like we have to understand that there are guides. There are also guides, especially if you're a student of Tahuti. You will be helped out, So I did actually help. I asked for help also from Archangel Gabriel for giving me the courage to start writing again. And it was just so amazing how everything transpired, and like how I got that confirmation. So that was just my little personal spiritual experience just now with writing, just by writing. And I used to write pages on pages, like 26, going on 30, 40 pages, within these little what are they called? The role plays. Like I used to go in on like a whole lot of writing. So it just makes sense how I could be guided in that way, you know, be a student of Tahuti because I am a writer. So this this is like it was just so fascinating. So then I got confirmation to do this video. So getting right back on track with that. So how I manifest a lot of things, I definitely wrote it down. You definitely want to invest your time and effort and energy into a gratitude journal. So a gratitude journal, like actually writing down what are you grateful for. Remember, gratitude is the best attitude. Gratitude is a high vibrational frequency. So that can you can you spell the name please? Tehuti. Tahuti. So or Thoth. Thoth. All right. So um yeah, like I was saying, how I manifest a whole lot of things, especially in Thailand. Definitely in Thailand. Me and Meek, when we were together, we would journal every day. Like it was a norm. It became a norm. We wrote down a lot of things. As soon as we got out of meditation, go into uh, writing down in our journals what we're manifesting, speaking into existence, thanking the universe, and even role playing with each other. We telling each other, certain things, and even that's a feather right there. Angelic guidance. Even telling each other what we're manifesting, and also role playing with each other as if it's already done, as if we just spoke something into reality, as if we're just like going through it. It already happened, like it was in the past. So it brought the manifestation forward closer. So this can actually work. This actually works. This is proven. Actually works. I have. All right, so as simple as a notebook, what I'm saying, or as simple as this. I got it's kind of this is coconut oil, okay? But like you just write down what you're manifesting. I'm so happy and so grateful. Start off with that. I'm so happy and so grateful, and I learned this from Chanel Cooper Sykes as well. She's had a gratitude journal for years, and she kept one for years, and she wrote it and written in it, and said all these things she manifested already. All she had to do was get her vibration in check, speed up her vibration, like get in alignment and get into action and allow this to come to you. So I would write down what I'm manifesting. This is what I do. I would write down what I'm manifesting and make a list, and then I get into the action. Okay, because I know that certain things that I'm manifesting requires some bread, some money. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, I write down what I want. All of a sudden, I'll get divine ideas. I will work towards it. I know I have some income, so I would put some to the side to do something, knowing that I can manifest it, or allow the universe to give you a divine idea. You get into work into that divine idea that will bring you to your manifestation. It's really easy. As soon as you decide you want to do something or you want to get something, it is so obtainable. It's very, very, very obtainable. All you have to do is put in the work and know exactly what to do and apply the knowledge. And one of these things is scripting. It's writing down what you want and allowing it to flow to your life. Writing down what you want, actually, and putting in the work to get it. That's what it is. So, and sometimes it does take some time, even though time is an illusion. It depends on how high you're vibrating or how much resourcing you're applying at this moment in time. How you having the opportunity, the eyes of opportunity to seize the opportunity when it's granted to you, because you can have all these opportunities come to you and not have the eyes of opportunity and allow it to pass you. So it's just and being in alignment with what you're truly manifesting. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing your best to manifest a new wardrobe, you can't have new clothes with old clothes on the hangers where your new clothes need to be. You gotta make some space. You gotta come in alignment with certain things, right? So, say like I manifested a mandingo seaweed wrap from Tessie Leaves. I write down how I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have a Tessie Leaves raw reality mandingo seaweed wrap, and I wanted that pronto. I let it go. I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful for what I just manifested. It's already done. Like, I already have it. Like, because I wanted it and I wrote it down. That's basically prayer. Your writing is prayer. Remember that. Your writing is prayer. I wrote it down. All right, like, and allow the universe to bring it to me in whatever shape, way, or form. Whether I get the means to get it, like get the money to get it, or I can get the, resources. Somebody, out of people could do that sometimes. Like, be used by God to give you something. So sometimes, maybe somebody would give you something. Maybe someone would give me the Mandigo wrap. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe someone would. I would just get away to Tissy Lee's and have the money in my pocket to get the Mandigo wrap. It's as simple and small as that. I'm just making a example. Okay, it's very simple, very, very, very simple. Um, I've used scripting to manifest a lot of relationships in my life. I've used scripting as writing down a list, writing down what I want, what I'm desiring in a mate, and also like writing it in like story form. Scripting is like a script, like a think of a movie script. You know what I'm saying? Think of a movie script. You are, um, creating a life. You are creating life. You're creating a life within the words that you're using and speaking and typing. So as you're scripting, you have to remember that this story is now yours. And you have to believe this story. You have to actually believe this for it to actually work. Okay? And belief is a very, very, very strong factor in manifestation, because if you are not believing in what you wrote and you manifested, already have, because it's already a reality because you thought about it, so it can be a reality if you bring it towards you. When you bring it towards you, if you do not believe in it, it will not work. If you do not believe in what you scripted, it will not work. And I know it might sound crazy, like what you wrote down. Oh my God, I am so happy and so grateful now that I have $1 million. My book sales has skyrocketed. I have the number one selling book in America, in the world. It won't do squat really no so if you don't believe that that's already happened, or you don't believe that could even happen in the first place. It's like disbelief is a manifestation killer. So, when it comes down to scripting, you want to make sure that you do believe in what you're writing, believe in what's happening. I had to, and when to get into a state of belief, sometimes you have to trick yourself out of disbelief. To get yourself into a state of belief, you have to, like, really, 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 really subconsciously program yourself in a way. So how I've done it, like believing something, that I could have it, believing that I could have it, out of getting myself out of the lack mentality that I couldn't have into what I could have, is kept repeating, accumulated repetition on I deserve, I already have, I'm so happy and so grateful. Write it down every day. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have this. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have that. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have. I'm so happy and so grateful. I've got a gratitude journal, and with couples with my scripting, I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have a new home. It's so beautiful. It's so wonderful. It's so blessed. It's so clean. I'm so loving and light, and that all this plays a big part. So that helps us subconsciously program ourselves, accumulated repetition into the scripting process, into manifesting your goals. All right, and that I'm telling you, it works. It works. You can't have disbelievers around you. You cannot have disbelievers around you in your space, thinking illy of you. when you're trying to do better, it's going to mess up your flow. It's going to mess up your energy. So you want to make sure that you keep yourself in a state of belief stronger than anybody else's belief. You will come against come against adversary. Like it's inedible sometimes. Like some people are not going to believe in it. They're gonna throw their seeds onto you. They're gonna throw their thoughts, their thought frequencies, their disbelief onto you, so you can disbelieve yourself. But that I'm telling you to keep believing. I'm telling you to keep believing, because you can make it. You can do it. It can happen for you. It definitely can happen. It can definitely happen. All these possibilities can happen. Like I'm telling you, there's no way, shape, or form that nothing's impossible to me. Like I feel like anything can happen, and I've been proven a lot of times that these things can happen. Okay, so that's the power of scripting, basically rewriting your own story. And especially if you're rewriting a story that's been you've been believing for so long, that's not serving you anymore, and it's been toxic to your relationships, to your own growth, to your health. You know what I'm saying? You could say all these other things like, oh, I ain't healthy, oh, cancel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, really write. If you feel as if you're not healthy, write, I am healthy, I am happy, I am healthy, I am happy every day. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I am healthy. I don't have no pain in my body. My body is so rejuvenated, it's so light and so loving. And best believe you'll come to circumstances that will call for you to get into that shape in your life. Literally. Like, you start to feel this shift within yourself, because you're scripting it. You're creating this life for yourself. Like, I got my ultimate happiness from transitioning to veganism. Oh, I got my ultimate health because I wrote down every day I got my ultimate health. Like, I am at my absolute healthiest because da 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 da. Trust and believe, when you start writing on your life, it becomes life. When you start writing on your life, it becomes life. And I want everybody to know this trick, this tip, this way of life. Because there's a lot of people out here very successful because of this factor. And I wouldn't be here telling you that this doesn't work if I haven't seen it work myself. And this is why I'm telling you guys, like, this right here, scripting, manifesting through words, through your writing, it really does work. And you can get so detailed if you want. Getting detailed on it is actually pretty darn good for you. Like, if you get detailed on what you want, on an amount of money you want, write it down, it can come to you. But you have to put solid belief into it. You have to do the work. And it's like, because faith without works is dead. It's like, I can believe in it, but if I'm not doing any work to get towards it, what am I really doing? Am I really believing it? Because I'm not being it. I'm not becoming that. So am I really believing in my words? Am I really believing in the life that I desire if I'm not placing the work in? So, this stuff is the bomb.com. It is one of the cheat codes to life. And I'm not even saying cheat, it's actually a code to life. Use your words. Use your hand. Use writing as a form of your manifestation. So that is what I have to say. Is there anything else? No, I think that, I gave some examples and I really stressed it enough that to start journaling. Start journaling. If this is a message for you, share this video. Please share this video. Start journaling. Start writing how you feel as well, but also start every day with 3 things you're grateful for and 3 things you're manifesting that you're grateful for. I start off every day thanking the universe for what I have and what I'm manifesting, because what I am manifesting is already manifested. is already here. It's already done. Because I prayed on it, I'm writing it down, I'm thanking the universe for it. It is already done. All I have to do now is allow it to flow to me. Have some patience, have some time, grow it, cultivate it. Because everything is like you placing a seed into the universe. You see how plants grow. You see, that's just like a repetition of how things grow in the physical and in the spiritual. You plant the seed, you write it down, you thank the universe, you give it nurture, you give it the light that it needs, you water it, you grow it, and it grows and it cultivates. Then you can pick the fruit off the tree. Right? So this is miraculous miraculous manifestations happening. Miraculous manifestations. This is the potion for the miraculous manifestation. So what I mean by miraculous manifestations, I mean miracles. You can make miracles happen through this. Do you understand? Who needed to hear that? You can make miracles happen. Okay? Alright. By using the Holy Spirit within you to cultivate your magic, your manifestation, your dreams into coming into fruition. Allow the universe to bless you, but you gotta tell the universe what you want, honey. You can't tell if you want to tell the universe what you want, you have to be precise and detailed. That means get into that writing, boo, because it's going to help. But also, stop speaking on things you don't want. Stop speaking on things that doesn't serve you. Like, get out of the way of thinking certain thoughts that's going to hinder what you're actually manifesting. This is a really challenging process, especially if we were like in a habitual way of doing things, habits, toxic habits. From personal experience, I was replaying a same old story in my mind as if it was actually happening in my present, but it was in my past. It's not really actually happening in my present, but my mind is trying to trick me into believing that it is. You feel me? It's trying to trick, because I had a fear, and what fear is false evidence appearing real. So I had to have a little R&R with myself. Literally say to myself, all right, like, look what you're doing. That is self-sabotage. You're replaying an old story within your mind that doesn't no longer serve. It does not serve you in the slightest. When I mean it doesn't serve you, it just means it doesn't bring you in the highest vibration. It doesn't keep you at a good frequency. It doesn't bring you into your manifestations, because you're really actually hindering your manifestation by thinking the opposite of what you're manifesting. So what you have to do is rewrite the story. What you have to do is really tell yourself a new story and believe that. You know what Chanel Cooper Sykes used to tell us is that sometimes you gotta, I don't want to say, it's not like fake it till you make it, but it's like more so believe what you see with your spiritual eye instead of what you see in the physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I may see this and that in my bank. Oh, thank you for the feather. I may see this and that in my bank account right now, but you know what? I am believing in this amount, and it's already happening. It's already happening. I'm putting in the work. I'm doing the spiritual and the physical work. Like, I know it's already here. I see it within my mind's eye, and I'm gonna keep on believing it, and I'm gonna keep on seeing it until it manifests. Sometimes you can't believe these. You have to go within, right here. Oh, and I say that. Yep. Say that with the utmost, like, look, sometimes these can deceive you. Literally. You have a spiritually rich bank. Like, you can tap into the inflow of abundance, because that's what we are. But these trying to say, oh, this is just what's in my bank account right now. That's what's going on. And you believe it? Nah, you don't have to believe it. So you can believe what you want to believe that's best for you, and you can make it happen. I'm telling you, this is facts. Okay. But is there anything else I have to say? I feel no, but you got the gist. Like literally start making your own life, create your own life by writing about it. Write exactly what you want. It can manifest for you. And I pray that this video helps anybody out there, um, especially those who are writers and authors. It's never too late to start anything. It's never too late to start a book. It's never too late to start writing or rescripting your life or making a whole new journey. It's never too late. You can always start journaling. You can always start right now. Because sometimes that's all we have now. So I want to say I love you. I love myself. Thank you for chiming on and listening. I pray that the signal reaches out to anybody that needs this message. And is there anything else? Oh. Okay, well sometimes I do write and I do sleep on it. Sleep on my manifestations. Like it's certain things. It's just intention. It was going into the intention of this happening is going to make it happen further because you have to remember the power of intention. Intention makes things snap into place. I intend on losing weight, so what happens to my mindset? It shifts. Because when my intention is very strong, my mindset goes into another dimension. It goes from, oh, I'm fat and lazy to, oh, hold up, I intend to lose weight, so hold on, that means I have to get my ass up and go to the gym and eat right. You get me? So, uh, that's what I have to say. Is there anything that I have to say today? Nope. I pray you guys write a beautiful, beautiful life for yourself. Rewrite the script. You got it. We got it. I love you. Peace, love, and light to you. All praises due to the Most High. The Most High of... I gotta say this. The Most High, creator of all things, live within you. You. Here. All right? I love you. Peace, love, and light.